So now we will discuss the derivation of demand curve of a good by using the price effect. So let us start with the equation on price of x is px1, price of y is py1 and income is m bar. So budget line is given as m bar equals to x into px1 plus y into py1. So here in horizontal axis we are measuring x and vertical axis we are measuring y. So now what will be the budget line? So let us see again that if x equals to 0 then y into py1 equals to m bar or y equals to m bar by py1. So this will be the vertical intercept. The length of this segment will be OA will be m bar by py1. And similarly if y equal to 0 x px1 equals to m bar or x equals to m bar by px1. So we get this OB and OB equals to m bar by px1. We get this budget line here. So in the lower segment of the lower diagram in horizontal axis we are measuring x. In the vertical axis we are measuring price of x. So let us start with this price. Initially we know price is OPX1 which represents the price PX1 and here we consider that the consumer's equilibrium is on the indifference curve I1, U1 is the equilibrium point and OX1 is the equilibrium consumption of X. So if we plot this value in the lower diagram we can say that at price OPX1 the demand for X is OX1. So we name this point G. Now let us consider that the price of X falls and now price of X is Px2 which is less than Px1. So new budget line will be X into Px2 plus Y into Py1 equals to m bar. So there will be no change in vertical intercept because vertical intercept is m bar by Py1. So Py1 unchanged, m bar unchanged. But if Y equals to 0 then x equals to m bar by px2. So which is greater than m bar by px1? Because in both cases numerator is same but denominator is less. So we will get budget line, new budget line AB dash and there will be a new consumer's equilibrium on in higher indifference curve I2. The equilibrium point is E2. So this is the equilibrium consumption of X OX2 and we plot the lower price PX2 here which is implicitly given in this budget line AB dash. So now what do we see? That at PX2 the demand for X is OX2. So if we, this is point H, so if we join these 2 points G and H, that will exhibit the relationship between price of the commodity and quantity demanded for the commodity with other things remaining constant or unchanged. So what are the other things here? Money income of the consumer, price of Y and the taste and preference of the consumer. So this exhibits the inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. Actually this is explaining the law of demand, or this is the graphical representation of the law of demand. So this is the case of a normal commodity. So hence we, with the help of consumer's equilibrium, we can find that we can derive the downward sloping demand curve of a consumer that represents the inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. Now, if X is an inferior commodity, so what will happen? Not inferior commodity, better to say X is the exception of the law of demand, and let us consider it is a given commodity. What will happen? So initially this is the consumption of so AB is the in horizontal axis we measure X, vertical axis measure Y. AB is the budget line and indifference ka Y1, equilibrium point is E1. So consumer consumes, so X1. So here what do you see? That if the price is OPX1, the consumer is consuming, we plot this in the lower diagram and we will get this point K, which represents that other things remaining constant, price is OPX1, the demand for X will be OX1. Now let us consider that we get a new price of X falls and we get a new budget line AB dash. And this is the new equilibrium point of the consumer on higher indifference curve I1. So we saw that here the price is OPX2 which is less than PX1, that means price has fallen, and the consumption of the equilibrium consumption of X also declines and it is OX2. So we get a new point L. Plotting the value of new equilibrium consumption of X in the lower diagram, we get that if price is OPX2, demand for X is OX2. So if we join these 2 points, we will find out, we will get the demand curve for this commodity. And as this is an exception of the law of demand, what do you see? As the price of the commodity declines, the consumption of the commodity also declines. So other things remaining constant, here demand for a commodity is directly related to its price, not inversely related to the price. So in this case, this is basically an exception of the law of demand, because here both are declining simultaneously. Normal commodity, what we say? For normal commodity, other things remaining constant. If Px falls, the quantity of X will rise. So this obeys the law of demand. But in this commodity, what we see? Px falls and consequently the demand for X falls. So this is against the law of demand. So this is the case of demand curve for a given commodity which disobeys the law of demand or which goes against the law of demand. And other things remaining constant, if price rises, price declines, demand also declines. So price, that means in this case both are moving in the same direction.